In the first part of this journey, we explored 6 foundational strategies, principles that help you build inner stability, clarity, and direction. They are the roots, the quiet work that happens beneath the surface, shaping how you think, respond, and stand firm in a world that constantly pulls at you. But Stoicism was never meant to stop at inner discipline alone. The Stoics believed that wisdom must eventually move outward into action, character, and contribution. Inner strength, if it remains hidden, serves only the self. True value is revealed in how you show up, how you grow, how you treat others, and how you carry yourself through daily life. In this second part, we turn from foundations to expression. These final strategies focus on how inner virtue becomes visible through effort, responsibility, emotional mastery, learning, resilience, and care for both yourself and those around you. This is where Stoic philosophy leaves the page and enters lived experience. Let us continue. Number 7. Go the extra mile. According to Roman Stoic philosopher Seneca, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient since it comes from the gods. While fulfilling expectations is crucial, going above and beyond makes you stand out. This tactic highlights the need to continuously exceed expectations and prove your commitment with modest, meaningful deeds. Exceeding expectations, providing value above and beyond needs. Put quality first. Produce work of the highest caliber, constantly exceeding expectations. Showcase your dedication to excellence by paying close attention to accuracy, presentation, and detail. Actively look for chances. Take your time with instructions. Seek opportunities to contribute outside of your primary duties. Offer to assist coworkers, suggest creative ideas, or volunteer for special projects. Accept ongoing improvement. Never accept mediocrity. Seek input. Pinpoint your areas of weakness and make a concerted effort to advance your abilities. Adding more than just the essentials, making a deep impact. Share your skills. To share your knowledge and skills, mentor colleagues, provide training sessions, or produce articles. Assisting others in their growth allows you to add to the team's overall success. Be aware of the details. Little actions have a significant impact. Recall birthdays, provide individualized attention, and go above and beyond to show that you genuinely care and surpass expectations. Track and deliver. Be trustworthy and responsible. Maintain a reputation for being dependable by keeping your word, keeping deadlines, and delivering on your promises. Taking a stoic approach to beyond expectations. Concentrate on what you can control. Epictetus says, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Instead of looking to others for approval when you go above and beyond what is expected of you, concentrate on what you can control, such as your effort, attitude, and dedication. Practice virtue. The emphasis of Stoicism is on qualities such as charity, persistence, and diligence. These attributes strengthen your resolve to go above and beyond and help others discover joy in the process. Don't see going above and beyond as a means of achieving your goals. Savor the experience of learning, growing, and assisting others. This internal drive promotes perseverance and sincere fulfillment. You may create lasting effects, strengthen bonds with others, and increase your perceived worth by always going above and beyond expectations, lending your knowledge, and acting with genuine concern. Recall that it's more important to consistently perform tiny deeds that add up to a lasting impression and demonstrate your commitment to excellence than to make large gestures. Number 8. Advocate for yourself. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Advocating for yourself is a powerful method that centers around assertively communicating your requirements, expectations, and value proposition courteously and professionally. rather than merely demanding what is rightfully yours. This tactic, rooted in the Stoic ideas of self-awareness, assertiveness, and thoughtful communication, allows you to take charge of your story and speak out for what's right, while encouraging outcomes that benefit both parties. Defining your worth, crafting an impactful statement. Recognize your worth. Begin by recognizing your abilities, background, and accomplishments. Determine your value and the distinctive contributions you can provide the group. Create a clearly defined value idea. Express your value clearly and effectively. Emphasize your successes, applicable strengths, and the value you bring to others, whether they be prospective clients, coworkers, or your employer. Exercise unambiguous and self-assured communication. Use I words to communicate your demands and expectations assertively, avoiding accusing language. Communicate with conviction, clarity, and conciseness, expressing your belief in your worth, finding win-win solutions in negotiations. Ensure you are well prepared by doing your homework, foreseeing any objections, and developing robust case studies for your stance. Your negotiating position will be stronger the better prepared you are. Actively listen and show empathy. Recognize the needs and viewpoints of the other party. Look for areas of agreement and investigate win-win alternatives that consider your respective interests. Advocating for your needs should not come at the expense of flexibility and an open mind. Instead, compromise and mutually beneficial solutions should be sought after. Recall that working together frequently produces better, longer-lasting results. Using Stoicism as inspiration for powerful advocacy, emphasis on virtue. The virtues of justice, fairness, and honesty are highlighted by Stoicism. As you stand up for yourself, remember these values and ensure your behavior reflects them to build mutual respect and trust. Regulate your feelings. Remain composed and calm, even in trying circumstances. Reactive reactions or emotional outbursts could erode the credibility of your message. Recall that it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. As Epictetus reminds us, describe the situation. Provide statistics, facts, and evidence to support your claims. Refrain from using hyperbole or emotional appeals. Instead, present a compelling argument backed by factual data. By assertively communicating your values, politely negotiating, and taking cues from Stoic philosophy, you may turn self-advocacy from a scary endeavor into an effective means of accomplishing your objectives, encouraging cooperation, and increasing your self-esteem. Remember that your voice counts. Make good use of it to speak out for yourself and to open doors for success and progress for both of you. Number 9. Develop emotional intelligence. The great Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient since it comes from the gods." This wise statement captures the spirit of the Stoic approach to developing emotional intelligence based on self-awareness, dynamic control, and empathy. Gaining control over your inner world will enable you to forge deep connections, handle difficult circumstances gracefully, and raise your self-esteem. Starting the self-discovery journey. Develop self-awareness. Set aside time for reflection. Examine your motivations, emotions, and triggers. To learn more about your emotional terrain, journal, practice meditation, or ask for advice from reliable people. Determine your principles. Think about what is most important to you. Knowing your guiding principles enables you to act honestly and authentically in situations and make decisions consistent with your convictions. Recognize your prejudices. Everybody has biases. Acknowledge your unconscious prejudices and how they may affect your feelings, ideas, and behavior. Seeking impartiality promotes equity and proficient communication, controlling your emotions. Developing self-control. The secret to emotional regulation is mindfulness. Use mindfulness practices to control your emotions in the present such as deep breathing exercises or meditation. Maintain a composed and peaceful mindset to prevent impulsive reactions. Defy cognitive distortions. Destructive emotions can be fueled by negative thought processes. Recognize and confront harmful thought patterns, substituting more grounded and empowered viewpoints. Create coping strategies. Determine constructive coping strategies for stress and challenging emotions. Engaging in creative endeavors, going on physical activity, or spending time outside can all be valuable strategies for managing emotions. Developing empathy, increasing your emotional constellation. Active listening. Pay attention to what people say and their feelings and words. Seek clarification and show that you genuinely care about their viewpoint. Confirm their emotions. Recognize the emotions of those around you, even if you disagree. You can build rapport and trust by letting them know their feelings are real. Provide compassion and understanding. Extend empathy and provide beneficial and considerate assistance for the other person's needs. Motivation from the Stoics for emotional mastery. Focus on virtue. The cultivation of qualities such as patience, compassion, and self-control is emphasized in Stoicism. These attributes enable you to control your feelings and react deliberately rather than hastily. Recognize what you cannot control. Epictetus tells us, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Let go of the need to control outside forces and concentrate on managing your emotional reactions. See obstacles as chances to improve. Consider challenging feelings and circumstances as chances to develop and learn. Accept adversity as an opportunity to enhance your emotional intelligence and become more robust. You start on a transforming path to emotional intelligence by gaining empathy, self-awareness, and emotional regulation skills. This allows you to negotiate life's obstacles more skillfully, forge closer bonds with others, and eventually design your inner tranquility and well-being. Recall that developing emotional intelligence is an ongoing process of self-awareness and development rather than a destination. Accept the process and see how it improves your capacity to connect with others and yourself. Number 10. Embrace continuous learning. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be." B1. This brief sentence captures embracing continuous learning, a crucial tactic for increasing your self-worth. This method, which has its roots in the Stoic philosophy of lifelong learning and self-improvement, strongly emphasizes sharing your knowledge, actively seeking out new information, and seeing failures as opportunities to develop personally and benefit society. Developing a growth mentality. Acknowledging change's power. Have faith in your potential. Acquire the mindset that you can continue to grow and learn throughout your life. Accept obstacles and failures as chances to improve, building fortitude and a readiness to venture outside your comfort zone. Consider errors as stepping stones. Reframe failures as worthwhile educational opportunities. Examine your mistakes. Pinpoint areas that need work and proceed with fresh insight and understanding. Regularly push yourself. Refuse to accept complacency. Accept new challenges. Venture outside your comfort zone and establish lofty objectives to test your limits and foster intellectual development, igniting your curiosity and advancing your educational journey. Develop a passion for learning to become a voracious learner. Read about a variety of topics via books, articles, and blogs. Attend conferences, workshops, and online courses to increase your knowledge and learn new skills. Take part in active learning. Don't just take in information passively. Use active learning techniques such as writing, conversation, and problem solving with real-world applications. Accept diverse viewpoints. Look for alternative perspectives and question your own beliefs. Read works by authors who hold opposing views, participate in civil discussions, and pay attention to various positions. Contributing your expertise, enlightening others' way. Mentoring and teaching. As a mentor, instructor, or workshop facilitator, you can impart your knowledge and experience to others. Encouraging others to learn enhances your comprehension and makes you more valuable to the community, writing, and content creation. Share your written information with books, blogs, and articles. By doing this, you may connect with more people and position yourself as an authority in your industry. Collaborate and communicate openly. Take an active role in sharing your educational experience with others. Talk about novel ideas, realizations, and findings with friends and coworkers to promote group learning and intellectual conversation. Motivation from Stoicism for lifelong learning. Emphasis on virtue. The tenets of Stoicism are endurance, humility, and curiosity. These attributes keep you dedicated to your growth journey, stoke your desire for learning, and let you absorb knowledge from others. Live with purpose. Learning is motivated when you have a defined purpose in life. Make sure your information acquisition has a deeper purpose by connecting your learning objectives to your life's ambitions. The Stoics practiced memento mori, or remembering their deaths. The awareness of temporal constraints prompts one to optimize educational prospects and persistently pursue enhancement. By embracing a growth mindset, proactively pursuing novel insights, and imparting your specialized knowledge to others, you commence an enduring voyage of self-evolution and career advancement. Recall that learning is a cooperative investigation of the world rather than a competitive sport. Number 11. Maintain a positive attitude. In the words of Seneca, the Roman Stoic philosopher, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient since it comes from the gods. This wise statement captures the essence of the method known as maintaining a positive attitude, which is not about ignoring difficulties, but rather about making the decision to emphasize the positive, building resilience, and motivating others. You may arm yourself and those around you to succeed in the face of hardship by developing an optimistic mindset, turning away from negativity and concentrating on the positive. Practice gratitude. Develop an appreciative mindset. Consider all the blessings in your life, great and small, regularly. By focusing on the good things in life, expressing thankfulness improves your attitude and builds resilience. Emphasize the positive. Acknowledge and recognize the good things about others, circumstances, and yourself. Stay away from negativity and aggressively search for and recognize the positive. Reframe difficulties. See failures as stepping stones to success rather than insurmountable challenges. Put a positive spin on unpleasant circumstances by emphasizing the opportunities for growth and the lessons that can be learned. Resilience in the face of setbacks, building bouncing back with grace. Learn from mistakes. View errors as essential opportunities for growth. Examine your mistakes. Pinpoint areas that need work and proceed with fresh insight and understanding. Create coping strategies. Give yourself constructive coping skills to help you handle stress and negativity. Exercise, mindfulness, and time spent in nature can all effectively combat negativity. Keep things in perspective. Maintain perspective when facing adversities. Remember that failures are transitory and do not define you. So avoid becoming overly dramatic, bringing joy, motivating others with your optimism. Encourage and assist others by acting as a motivator for them. Encourage your friends, family, and coworkers with sincere words and kindness. Honor their accomplishments and assist as needed. Develop empathic communication. React with compassion and understanding to those who express negativity. Before providing support, try to identify the source of the negativity and avoid being biased in favor of negativity. Set an example for others to follow. Become the epitome of optimism. Your unwavering optimism will automatically uplift others and foster a more cheerful atmosphere. Inspiration from the Stoics for optimism and resilience. Focus on virtue. The cultivation of virtues, such as courage, acceptance, and resilience, is emphasized in Stoicism. These attributes enable you to overcome obstacles with poise, grow from your errors, and keep an optimistic mindset. Manage your views. Recall that it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters, Epictetus reminds us. Concentrate on controlling your inner responses to outside happenings and decide to see them positively. Live in the present. Rather than focusing on the past or worrying about the future, Stoics advise living in the present and being grateful for what you have. This exercise promotes thankfulness and lowers worry, which helps one have an optimistic outlook. You build an optimistic view that acts as a shield against negativity by emphasizing the positive, becoming resilient, and motivating others. Recall that having a positive outlook doesn't mean being naive. Instead, it means seeing the positive, taking lessons from setbacks, and spreading optimism to uplift others and yourself. Accept the power of optimism and observe how your journey develops with more perseverance, drive, and achievement. Number 12. Practice self-care. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Whenever you encounter anything that brings fear or sorrow, turn to yourself and ask what part of what has happened does not belong to you. You will find that not the external thing itself, but how you judge it, brings sadness." This wise statement encapsulates the core of practicing self-care. It's an intentional approach to investing in your physical, mental, and emotional health rather than resorting to excess. You may pour abundantly into your work, relationships, and general well-being by caring for yourself. This fills up your cup, fueling your body and mind, the basis of self-taking. Make sleep your top priority. Obtain enough good sleep every night to maximize sleep quality. Maintain a regular sleep schedule and establish a calming nighttime ritual. Nourish your body carefully. Select wholesome foods that provide you with energy. Instead of consuming processed foods, sugary drinks, and excessive caffeine, opting for well-balanced meals and beverages that keep you hydrated is advisable. Embrace movement. Take part in regular, enjoyable physical activity. Whether swimming, dancing, brisk walking, or playing a team sport, find a fitness regimen you enjoy. Develop calm mindfulness. Allocate time for pursuits that offer you happiness and tranquility. Examine mindfulness exercises like yoga, meditation, and time spent in nature. Take up creative endeavors and pastimes that bring you joy. Setting boundaries and promoting a healthy lifestyle is crucial to safeguard your well-being. This includes recognizing your limitations and avoiding taking on more than you can handle. Practicing saying no can help you achieve this. When your well-being comes first, it's acceptable to deny requests graciously, assign tasks. You don't have to accomplish everything by yourself. Effectively assign work to coworkers and ask for assistance as required. Faith in other people gives you confidence and makes work-life balance more enduring. Plan times during the day to go without internet use to reconnect, to allow your mind and body to genuinely relax. Limit your time on screens before bed and unplug from social media and work emails. Looking for help when things get hard on the way. Create a support system. Be in the company of uplifting, encouraging people who bring you down to earth. Feel free to confide in therapists, family members, or trustworthy friends when you need direction or emotional support. Get professional help. Don't be afraid to get professional help if you're experiencing mental health issues like depression or anxiety. A therapist can offer helpful techniques and resources for handling your emotional health. Remind yourself that you're not alone in your struggles. Requesting help is an indication of courage, not inadequacy. You might find comfort and strengthen your support system by interacting with people and discussing your struggles. Stoic models for developing self-care. Emphasis on virtue. Moderation, self-control, and self-respect are among the characteristics that Stoicism highlights. These attributes help you make decisions that are good for your body and mind and promote a long-term strategy for self-care. Appreciate what you have right now. Live in the now and refrain from worrying about the past or the future. These are the teachings of Stoicism. By practicing this, you can be more stress-free and present for yourself and others. Manage your perceptions. Epictetus says, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Concentrate on managing your inner responses to outside happenings and make an informed decision about how to perceive them to benefit your well-being. By placing a high value on your physical and mental well-being, establishing sound boundaries, and asking for help when you need it, you lay the groundwork for a happy and meaningful life. Recall that taking care of yourself is a need, not a luxury. When you care for yourself, your resilience, vigor, and capacity for contribution will spill over into every area of your life. A full cup allows you to pour more freely, enhancing your path and positively affecting the environment. Number 13. Celebrate your achievements. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This succinct yet impactful phrase emphasizes celebrating your achievements, a tactic that transcends self-indulgence and fosters personal development, drive, and a stronger sense of self-worth. Creating a positive feedback loop by acknowledging even modest accomplishments can inspire others to follow your lead and boost your confidence to continue striving for greatness. Accepting the spotlight, acknowledging your triumphs. Take time to reflect. Make time regularly to recognize your successes, big and small. Consider the achievements attained, the difficulties surmounted, and the abilities acquired. Enjoy the fruits of your labor and commitment. Exercise gratitude. Pat yourself and acknowledge what made you successful. This may be writing down your accomplishments in a journal, telling loved ones about them, or pausing to think deeply. Seek verification from outside sources. Tell people who have helped you, such as relatives, mentors, or coworkers. Their acknowledgement and gratitude might further enhance your self-worth and confidence. Using achievement to drive development and inspiration. Determine key takeaways. Examine your accomplishments to determine the methods, techniques, and attributes that contributed to your success. Use these insights to guide your future endeavors and help you create more ambitious goals. Encourage both yourself and others. Tell others about your accomplishments, emphasizing the hard work and tenacity required. This may motivate others to establish and recognize their objectives and successes. Providing energy for upcoming achievements. Make the most of your successes by building on them to achieve more. Establish fresh objectives that will challenge you and keep you going forward in your quest for personal growth. Ideas from the Stoics for sensibly celebrating. Emphasis on virtue, self-awareness, moderation, and humility are among the characteristics that Stoicism highlights. Honor your accomplishments with sincere pride, but keep sight of reality and accept the contribution of outside forces to your success. Live in the present. Stoics stress the importance of living in the present. Enjoy your prior successes, but focus on them only a little. Please use them as stepping stones for future development and concentrate on the chances ahead. Share the credit. Remember that teamwork and outside assistance are frequently necessary for success. You can cultivate appreciation by expressing gratitude and fortifying bonds with individuals who have supported you throughout the journey. Honoring your accomplishments with awareness and moderation opens up a potent resource for inspiration and personal development. Recall that increasing your worth is a process rather than a destination. By regularly applying these tactics and their customization to your particular situation, you may develop your worth, improve your connections with others, and reach maximum potential in every area of your life. Take inspiration from the Stoic philosophers who faced adversity with grit, grace, and a profound comprehension of human nature as you set out on this trip. Remember that developing inner strength, genuineness, and a dedication to lifelong learning are what matter, not approval from others.